lot of abilities to attack the backline, these immobile carries in the Taliyah and the Misfortune. You can throw the Ahri Charm, you can throw that Nautilus ulti and have the Killer Instinct come right over the top and have, 1xN kind of wreak havoc into that backline here. What?
Oh, that's a good start.
What? What? I was waiting for the Gyos. Hey, you want to step up to this brush? No, I don't think so.
All right, Charm Flash for Satesab helps secure it. Kill over to 1xN. That's the best place it can go. Xiaohongren, again, pretty green jungler that we have. Going to get invaded upon. And Shadow, see if he keeps it up. As he does have some top push from the Gwen.
Looks like the smite is secured by Xiaohongren though, and now it is a full-on 2-on-2. Hoya coming in, gets exhausted by Sheer. I don't think that's going to really stop what ThunderTalk want to do in this situation. Now Sheer has to dash in himself, potentially here. Another one becomes Lightning comes through, but Sheer just going to be the target. And Xiaohongren picks up the first kill. Flash away from Shadow, but Xiaohongren is not done. Looking for one more W to try to land that stun. The execute damage on the Q could be there. And the rookie jungler's got himself a double kill in the Feats of Warfare for TT.
Not in position to contest this unless he wants to burn an R, and that doesn't look to be the case at the moment. Again,
so seems to be maybe some of that experience showing here. As it is Shadow to pick up one of these grubs, but so now things are getting a little bit weird. We have the teleport down already for Care, so now it looks like FPX want to just brute force the rest of these grubs down. So ThunderTalk are sending their bot lane up here as well as Hoya, who has that priority. Here comes the Grand Starfall and a really nice equalizer already coming through for the Rumble. Jway in a lot of trouble. Awesome getting knocked up here by Xiaohongren. The Killer Instinct comes forward from 1xN, but Hoya is getting low, and Hoya will also go down. Awesome gets taken down. It's a 2-for-1 overall here for ThunderTalk, and another hook goes wide here from Feather. Satap still has 2 procs of the Spirit Rush, looking for another charm. We'll find it on a Shadow. Will there be enough follow-up damage? The seismic shove goes in on a Feather, and the Nautilus is taken down, making it even fight again here for FPX. Looks like the health bars are on their side, so they could continue the chase. Xiaohongren is very low, and so will not be around to continue his fight for the grubs.
Yeah, the re-engage from Satap, I mean, I think he can get away with that play, but no one else can, as the Taliyah rocks, making sure that the line is held, and will be 3 grubs for FPX, as ThunderTalk, they're the stronger team at that fight. We saw them prove it early on in the fight, but played that fight a little bit too long, lost out on the neutral objectives, so will be the Dragon trade in their favor, but I don't think that they played that fight as well as it could have been. If they played that a little bit better and maybe didn't take rotation coming out, ThunderTalk, they got the bot wave in, looking for Care's Flashless.
Oh, nice charm comes through, but a really nice seismic jump to follow. It doesn't matter though, as Care will still go down. 1xN claiming the kill. Shadow with the one becomes Lightning, gets barrier to block it, but it still will be the kill going over. A 2-for-1 overall here for ThunderTalk as they continue to find advantages here off the back of Satap Zari. Up with by the Killer Instinct from 1xN from far range is definitely a good sign. And speaking of those, we're going to see a bit of a play down here in the bottom lane as Care gets charmed up once again by Satap. The phase rush actually sends him flying straight into the Pantheon as Xiaohongren gets another nice kill on the bot side.
Yeah, good play. Both flashes burned there by ThunderTalk. It was a really good foot by Care, actually. That connected pretty much frame perfect with Xiaohongren on the drop. But not enough, as you called it out, Grapes. The ability to make plays inside is really good for ThunderTalk's comp, and a nice one there is, yeah, they lose out on the Rift, but hey, first turret secured and Feats, and I think something that hasn't really been talked about with this season enough, Grapes, is Feats really did get buffed up with the secure, those boots being 250 gold cheaper, and still
want to continue to stack those up as they're now really in position to do well in this game. Speaking of, Xiaohongren going very aggressive on a Shadow, but he gets knocked up by Jway, going to get singled out, likely falling here in this situation as the collapse from FunPlus Phoenix is just too big. Satap comes in with the teleport, he might be paying for it with a couple of summoner spells being blown. Just going to be that Spirit Rush used, I believe.
No, he has ult up. I misspoke there. I couldn't tell on the graph if it was still coming off cooldown or not. Unfortunately, Xiaohongren making a mistake we've seen from...
Oh, what a play! Awesome. The charm combined with the dredge line from Feather, and they want more. There comes the depth charge. It's in onto the Taliyah. Killer Instinct forward here for 1xN as well. But look at Sheer on the back line, doing a lot of damage with the needlework already. And now we're playing Australian mode here in the mid lane. 1xN behind everybody on FunPlus Phoenix will get singled out. It's a double kill in for Sheer as FPX begin their crawl back here in this game number 1.
And that was a good find onto Awesome, but the rest of that fight just unwarranted for ThunderTalk as their ults were down outside of Satap. Yes, 1xN able to go in and finds the execute, but You can see the fear of once Kaisa dives in, burns that killer instinct. This has been a common theme for him, just being disconnected. Or not able to really find the right plays. I've seen him overkill a lot of times too. Overkill, of course, when you burn too many tools to secure a kill. I think that's been a common trend with his gameplay too. So ThunderTalk feels like without Beishuan still kind of missing that leader, missing that shot caller, and we for sure have seen them overextend a few plays that were unwarranted in this match so far. Great.
Played a really good early game here, actually, for ThunderTalk to start things off, and so a bit of a mistake that could cost them, especially because FPX have that scaling team comp, and they're going to go for another engage here as Sheer is really powerful now on this Gwen, fully coming online and taking down one, and Satap will fall as the second. Shadow picking that up, and FPX win another fight. They pick up 2 more kills with the Otacon about to spawn.
Now secures on the new patch, but it's a pretty good one. Really does help you snowball the game in some of these fights. I know that slow field is significant that you get after takedowns, so will be secured now for FPX as they get those bonus roses and
get picked off in solo queued. Maybe not going to be happening as much here in the LPL. You see all 5 members of FPX stacking up as 5 as a singular unit to take down that tier 2 turret. They know that that is where they're at their strength.
In the side lane, but they're really far behind now. Shadow continues to be so big this game.
He's huge 14. Right onto 1xN there, as we have the dragon spawning in 20 seconds, so that's why this fight has erupted, but we're getting double teleports coming in. Satap immediately sees the Spirit Rush to escape. Xiaohan Gren in a very bad position as all 5 of FPX collapse upon him and collect the first casualty of this team fight. Satap still has 2 more procs of the Spirit Rush, going to dash forward, try to land a charm on a Shadow. The Equalizer comes out, but the Crescent Guard's going to buy a lot of time. There's Jue with a 3-man pulverize. Could have tried to buy a little bit of time here for the gap to close here for FPX. Awesome's bullet time not doing enough, and the Ignite from Feather will shut Jue down.
It is only a smite available for FPX, so ThunderTalk would have to try and win this without.
God, that picked up by Shadow.
Really scary.
Here comes Sheer. He has the hollowed mist. Going to be very powerful here. Dredge line goes wide. As a teleport from Hoya, not going to find any results. So FPX.
But this one's all FPX. Just feels like their champions have kind of outscaled or outmatched.
But it picked off Care. 1xN coming forward with the killer instinct. Down. Gret smites him to the heavens and takes Care down to start off that fight. A really nice engage set up here by TT as they now have a numbers advantage underneath the mid lane tier 1 turret.
Yeah, I actually would have liked if FPX tried to hit that. The waves are bad across the map right now for ThunderTalk, but that was a really risky Baron. That was never going to be. They got a TP out of Care, but that's interesting. I feel like this just gives Dragon over to FPX, but
unless they force the play. Yeah, it looks like Feather starting the engage initially, but Jue with the Pulverize combined with that bullet time from Awesome will take Feather down. Sheer jumps over the Raptor pit, looking to try to take down 1xN. The exhaust is already on top of him. He has a killer instinct defensively, and now Xiaohan Gren is on the run without a flash. Could be in a lot of trouble here. Could be the second kill to go down here for FunPlus Phoenix. Satap trying to dash in, trying to find an assassination, but it's FPX that assassinated him right back. Care gets the kill. It's a 3-0 for FunPlus Phoenix.
That TP from Satap, I know that he wasn't in the fight, but I feel like that really opens up FPX to actually take the fight itself. So like TPing top like that, 20 seconds before Dragon, not exactly sure what we're doing as ThunderTalk. And walking into the top side, you're opting into walking into a 5v4. We saw how late Satap joined the fight and still went down. So a disconnected ThunderTalk gets punished. A really nice flash engage from Jue on his second round of cooldowns there, so we'll give him some credit, but I just don't think that was ever a fight that ThunderTalk could win. Guaranteed to be down a man, and Satap trying to save it in the back half just ends up R-ing through Talia and dies. And that, I think that just spells the doom of the game here, Grapes, as FPX should be able to clean things up.
Yeah, the Baron power play doing a lot so far. They've gotten that mid lane inhibitor. They're looking towards that tier 3 up in the top lane. Still a 5v5 though on the map, and looks like ThunderTalk are going to have to go sooner rather than later. They're looking for the fight around the mid lane, but Feather already chunked very low, gets knocked up at the 3-talent strike, should get taken down, and there goes Xiaohan Gren on the backside of things as well. That should do it here in this game for FunPlus Phoenix. They withheld, they withstood the pressure, and they're going to stand and deliver here in game number 1. On the Nexus Towers they go. It is the carries alive for ThunderTalk. Can they find some sort of miracle around their own base? The first Nexus Tower is down. Hoya overheated. Here goes Shadow, trying to find a knockup, but not just yet. 1xN dashing forward, trying to find the kill on the Shadow. The Nexus is now exposed though. It's a 2v3, and the minions are going to do some work as well. The Nexus will fall, and FunPlus Phoenix will complete the comeback and take game 1.
ThunderTalk, again, have a composition where early on, they can make some waves. The ability for the Vi Orianna and the Orianna Rakan to find these big combos could be big, but the onus is on ThunderTalk to get ahead early and actually snowball.
And just like playing really well so far, I would say.
Yeah, a good answer on the roam from Jue, as I thought Seitab was about to walk into his demise, but it's not the case. And positive here, as of course 1xN, because he won out on the health bar war. We'll spot the red not being up, drop a sneaky control ward, and that's an early level 6 and a potential look onto a 1xN who is still down both summoner spells and does not have access to level 6 Desire yet.
Feather only has that heal. No flash available here. Care joining the fight as well. Crash down connects onto 1xN. A ton of damage before the Lilting Lullaby even comes through. They still find the sleep on a Feather, and Care will finish the job. Topside though, the trade will be the grubs going over to Xiaohan Gren, and
this is a good answer.
Pick up a good chunk of them.
Yeah, I think they get all three. This is a good answer from ThunderTalk. Just given the timing of the bot lane play, opportunity to actually sneak in, take these grubs away. Which will be very valuable for ThunderTalk. I did like how they swapped the Xayah and the Rakan out after that play. Again, Sion does get his 1v2, but hey, at least they were able to secure all three grubs as Lilia. We'll see if she's able to actually get into that bot side jungle of Xiaohao Gren. Keep in mind that last series, or last sequence that we saw.
They kind of ring true. Right now it's ThunderTalk starting up this dragon. Here comes that hot soup right down into 1xN onto the back line. But look at the response for TT. They're going for a dive of their own. Shadow will fall. Both junglers are down to open up the fight. But now Sheer still in the back line. And 1xN still holding on to the Featherstorm. Forced the flash away. The force shot about to be issued. And just being dodged away from by the Featherstorm of the Xayah. Seitab will die in the mid lane as the rest of FPX will chase him down. As it's overall a 2-for-1 across the map that FPX will take control of.
That was a good execute on the Shadow from ThunderTalk for the back half of that fight as he was disconnected thanks to a really good ult from Sheer. And now TT, with no ultimates up, they just get forced out. I will say ThunderTalk, they do have some longer cooldowns on their ultimates too, so definitely something that FPX can play around.
Around this Rift Herald, as it is ThunderTalk to start it up. Sheer in the area could send the Unstoppable Onslaught in shortly, but it looks like that Herald will actually get secured by Xiaohan Gren. However, here comes Sheer, dashing forward with the ultimate. Going in into the backline, though, is Hoya with the public execution, and Shadow is once again one-shot. It's another trade of the junglers, 1-for-1, and Shockwave just barely going wide. Jue feeling lucky for himself, as he will dodge away from that one, but the Herald does go over to ThunderTalk.
Point and click from the Vi. I think that's another step in the right direction for FPX again, securing this game. As they already have the lead, and for me, they have all the scaling in the world in this match, so it's going to be a tough one.
They continue to try to find these picks. They use the Herald at the top lane, and they'll find the kill on the Sheer. And nicely done by Xiaohan Gren to send himself into the Herald to make sure that he's not in danger of that passive coming through here from Sheer. They're going to get the second tower, I think, too.
Yeah, if that eye gets hit by the zombie Sion, I think it would have been a dead Herald. The fact that Herald connects means that it's an inner. That's a nice gold injection there for ThunderTalk. As a good play there from Xiaohao Gren and Seitab.
Shot out, so no ultimate available anymore here for the Sion. As a lot of cooldowns were burned before this dragon spawn. Seitab, oh no, Seitab, we are completely out of position. He's got the flash over this wall more than likely to try to keep himself alive, and he will do so as the dragon is started up by FPX.
Yeah, I think they're looking at mid-outer at the moment. They at least got the wave in as Xiaohao
We're going for a play. Here comes a huge magnet storm from Jue, combined with the Lilting Lullaby. All of ThunderTalk are put to sleep. It's already 2 kills picked up here for FunPlus Phoenix, and 2 more surely to follow as Xiaohan Gren gets knocked up, taken down. It's another kill going over to Shadow as he picks himself up a triple kill.
I mean, goodbye, good night, ThunderTalk. I think that's just game for FPX, given the scaling they have in their comp, as Xiaohao Gren taking that Q into a control-warded rush, and ThunderTalk just blindly walking into FPX, set up for Jue to find another massive combo on the Rel, immediately followed up upon by Shadow, as the 4-man Magnet Storm into the Lilting Lullaby obliterated any chance that ThunderTalk had taking that fight, and frankly taking this game for me, as FPX doing their best to Steph Curry style put him to sleep.
Yeah, right as it looked like ThunderTalk are coming back into this one. FPX said night-night, as you say, Cubby. It was that E that was just all set up by Jue, sending them straight next to each other. Really nicely done.
On that one. That was good catch. And Feather should be able to get out. Oh, wait, no, locked down.
Yeah, that tower goes down, and so does Feather. Another kill going towards FunPlus Phoenix, as they are really having a good time here in this mid-game. seemed like the early game was maybe going TT's way or maybe where they were advantaged, but now FunPlus Phoenix, their scaling really starting to come online.
Yeah, again, I really feel like this comp with ThunderTalk, you had to take off, you had to play really fast. I just haven't seen that from them. As FPX put the finishing touch to this one. We'll say Otacon's at half, and Hoya has an angle.
It's a desperation move. Will it find some success here? Feather doing a nice job to peel, actually, as Hoya does have a nice angle, forcing Assume to cancel that curtain call. Shadow's already chunked out, forcing a Golden with the Seeker's arm guard, and will have to flash away once more. 1xN, though, is getting targeted as the Otacon is ripping ThunderTalk to shreds. Sheer flashing forward, picking up another kill. Hoya getting caught up in the Magnet Storm, but Jway is going to survive. The crash down will keep him alive for just a little bit longer, and enough time to allow for FPX to finish off the ace.
Yeah, a bit of a desperation play there from ThunderTalk is they didn't see that graph at the start of the game and think that they had an advantage later on, that's for sure. That one looked a little bit desperate. Frankly, can't blame them at this point. As the Otacon started, team melted pretty fast. Otacon definitely with a nice little assist there in helping FPX find that 5-for-2 fight, but again, I think Sion Lily has really emerged as a dominant topside combo that we have on this patch and in the LPL Graves. I will say I think Lily is a little bit weaker on this patch.
Back, but not nearly enough here for ThunderTalk. As time's running out, especially on Feather, who just died off screen out of the replay. I feel like we kind of know what happened there. Don't need to go back and necessarily watch that one again. As FPX really dominating the map at this point of this game number 2.
Oh, no, here we go.
Replay. Oh yeah, surely I can face check my jungle. Nope.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least Feather saved the flash, as he's gonna need it for a super play coming up here. If there is any hope for ThunderTalk on this one.
Yeah. Well, let's play the cope game a little bit. Saytap has the second item, picks up the needlessly large rod. I mean, that shockwave's gonna hurt.
The shockwave have been invisible so far, which has been my biggest issue. Uh-oh, hot soup.
Yeah. Time for dinner. Here comes Sheer, dashing in with the unstoppable onslaught. And onto the back line, Xiaohan Gren goes, but Jway is buying so much time, forcing the carries to go on to him, and the Rel just barely goes down, as the Leandris and Saytap will be able to do the job, but the back line from FunPlus Phoenix is still untouched. Feather and Saytap are near 1 HP, and 1xN might be able to get there soon. Everyone's still alive. The deadly flourish takes down Feather, and 3 more kills go FPX's way.
Where the finish they had just by qualifying for Split 1 playoffs, that top 8, that's the best finish that ThunderTalk has ever had in the LPL in any split.
Nirvana actually for Split 3 as well, so that's kind of what's on the line here. And we're still seeing a little bit scrapping here. The Baron has spawned, not going to be started up just yet. A 2-man decimating smash comes out from Sheer, as this Sion just refuses to go down in any meaningful capacity. Curtain call gets opened up just to zone people away, as FPX just doing a really good job controlling the map.
I mean, also killed that singular mage creep again. Don't discount that. Shadow goes golden early for Xiao Gran. Oh, good
and
flash.
He flashes away. 2 ultimates used for nothing. And Sheer will flash in to pick up the kill onto Xiaohan Gran. Another knockup will land. And this should be the finishing touches on this game number 2. 1xN and Saytap, the lone survivors. Kara goes in with the Valkyrie, looking in to try to finish the job out of the carries. The 4th shot comes in from Awesome. And it's been an awesome 2-0 here for FunPlus Phoenix. Looks like not going to be the end of the game just yet, as they do not have a minion wave, but it will certainly be the Baron going down.
Really, we assume would be a tune-up game for them. Of course, these are the 2 longest loss streaks that we have active in the LPL after NIP's win yesterday. 2 deaths early on. He's done everything in his power to not have more. He's been the target of all the tools of ThunderTalk. He's been able to navigate around them. Now it's Awesome's turn.
Okay, here comes the full man dive onto Awesome. They do shut him down here, so ThunderTalk finally get one back. But look at Jway. He's buying so much time in his front line, and already Xiaohan Gren has gone down. The Shockwave finds 3, but there's just not enough damage just yet. 1xN has the lethal Tabassari as the Conqueror prompt, looking to try to continue this fight. But it's already a 2-for-1 in favor of FPX, with the Baron buff still in their hands. The slow lands onto 1xN, so does the Swirl Seed. The Lilting Lullaby comes out. It forces 1xN to pop that Feather Storm a little bit early, and he will get shut down as Kara finishes off with the Gatling gun. Into the mid lane they go. FunPlus Phoenix looking to close out this game and break open the base.
Really great movement by Shadow, getting away from the Feathers, as again 1xN doing his damnedest this game, just not even close to being enough. Optimizing their solo queue data.
You have beef with this robot, dude.
ThunderTalk's comp was better late. I have so much beef with that. Breaks every rule I know for League of Legends in the last 5 years. Jway is going to get hunted at least.
This should be him going down, but I've seen crazier things before. He's going to pop the Magnet Storm, buy a lot of time. Jway on the Great Escape, and here comes the reinforcements. It's going to be Jway surviving, and ThunderTalk once again on the run as they've been throughout this entire series as FunPlus Phoenix now going for another fight onto Hoya. And it looks like that will be the Ambessa falling, and here comes that choo-choo train. It's a double kill in for Care. Hextech Soul not even needed, as it's just the bot lane left alive. Lilting Lullaby comes down to the 1xN. He doesn't have that Feather Storm just yet. He will get woken up to watch the rest of his base crumble by the wayside. It's a full ace picked up for FunPlus Phoenix as they get back in the win column here in the second round robin by 2-0ing ThunderTalk.
No Hextech Soul, but they do pad the KDAs. And a good tune-up game for FPX's, man, Care dropping a nuke on the map with the 12-0-12.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.